Welcome to the Running Man.
Contestants will be hunted for 30 days. Anyone can kill you.
Hunt him down!
Greetings and welcome to the Nerd College. Runners, get ready, because it's time to talk about the grandfather of all dystopian survival games. No, not the Hunger Games, not Squid Game, not even PUBG. I'm talking about The Running Man, based on one of the many outstanding novels by Stephen King, made more famous by the 1987 movie, and soon to be rebooted by the Edgar Wright film starring Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, and Coleman Domingo. The franchise has left a major impact on science fiction and our culture as a whole. But in what ways? We'll be exploring the answer to that question and others today as we break down the history of the Running Man franchise and prepare you with everything we know about the upcoming movie.
Ben Richards, 35, married, one child.
We need money for a doctor now.
Ben, watch us up.
So let's start at the beginning. I hear it's a very good place to start. Stephen King, writing under the pseudonym Richard Bachman, first published The Running Man in 1982. The story takes place in a fictional dystopian version of America in the year 2025, when wealth disparity is at an all-time high, violence is on the rise across the globe, and the people deal with life's difficulties by escaping into media that's basically just government propaganda. You're really gonna have to use your imagination to picture this place, folks. In the novel, the protagonist, Ben Richards, is a down-on-his-luck citizen with a wife in a bad situation and a daughter who is in need of expensive medical care. Wishing to provide for his family, Richards turns to the Games Network, a government-sanctioned television company that broadcasts ultra-violent reality shows in order to distract its citizens, much like the gladiatorial games of ancient Rome. Their most popular program, The Running Man, gives its contestants a 12-hour head start before highly trained hunters, law enforcement, and the population at large descend upon them. You see, the program is a manhunt in which the entire world is the arena. Contestants earn $100 for every hour they stay alive and avoid capture, and a grand prize of $1 billion goes to anyone who can last for 30 days. Although no one has ever claimed this reward. The plot of the novel follows Richards through one high-stakes situation after another, and through the people he meets along the way, he learns a great deal about the way his world truly works.
On your marks! Get set!
Killian, I'll be back. Only in a rerun.
Go!
In 1987, The Running Man was loosely adapted into a movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Maria Conchita Alonso, and Richard Dawson, among others. Differing from the novel in many ways, the Ben Richards in this version of the story is a policeman who, after refusing to open fire on a group of unarmed civilians who are gunned down by his fellow officers, is blamed for the incident, branded the Butcher of Bakersfield, and eventually forced to participate in the game. The Running Man event itself is also very different, taking the form of a deadly reality show set in a 400 square block area of ruins in post-earthquake Los Angeles that's divided into 4 zones. Like the novel, contestants are hunted by powerful killers known as stalkers, although in the movie they each have their very own theme. The film's lineup includes Professor Sub-Zero, Buzzsaw, Dynamo, Fireball, and Captain Freedom, who, despite his flaws, always hits the like button on YouTube videos. Although it functions better as an action thriller than it does a meditation on society, the movie does touch on several of the novel's themes, such as media exploitation and government control. It also features the character of Amber Mendez, who, after being the one who turned Richards into the authorities, begins to doubt his guilt and becomes an integral part of the story. While the antagonist, Damon Killian, acted as the show's producer and stayed behind the scenes in the original story, his character was combined with the novel's master of ceremonies in the movie in order to create a villain that embodies the corruption and manipulation found at the heart of this dystopian society.
Grandslam proudly presents the computer version of Schwarzenegger as The Running Man. Available from Boots, John Menzies, W.H. Smith's, Virgin, Woolworths, and all good computer stores.
I would be remiss if I did not mention the beat-em-up side-scroller that was based on the movie and released in 1989 for a number of systems, including the Commodore 64. Taking place across 5 levels, the player is treated to encounters with 4 of the stalkers featured in the film, along with a final boss fight against Killian himself.
I got a grenade! Back at you.
Edgar Wright, director of absolutely amazing films like Shaun of the Dead, Baby Driver, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, is bringing The Running Man back to the big screen this fall, and this time, he's keeping the story much closer to the original novel. As we saw in the film's trailer, linked in the description, the new movie will contain Wright's signature blend of stylized, kinetic visuals, sharp dialogue, and fast-paced editing. Many of his films also contain extremely intricate foreshadowing, so expect your second watch to contain extra layers of meaning. The plot will be directly adapting the major events of King's story, and will follow Ben Richards' frenetic dash across the country as he attempts to evade just about everyone. The franchise's signature stalkers will be appearing once again, although their campy outfits have been toned down quite a bit for this new iteration. Until more recent times, it was a bit hard to fathom how a game show would be able to televise an event like this, but with technology what it is today, it's much easier to imagine how it would be accomplished. Along with a wrist-mounted tracker and standard surveillance, the trailer has revealed the game's network even employs flying drones to keep camera angles on the contestants, much to the delight of in-universe fans of the program. The 2025 reboot will once again separate the producer and host into separate characters, with the latter being portrayed by the ever-charismatic Coleman Domingo, whose performance looks to be one of the film's highlights. The Running Man established the blueprint for the deadly game show trope, where individuals fight for survival against an oppressive regime for public entertainment, and its themes of mass media manipulation, economic inequality, and the exploitation of the vulnerable are just as relevant today. And hey, if a story like that can be presented to us in the form of an exciting, action-filled romp elevated by excellent performances, all the better, I say. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on more introductions to outstanding films, shows, and anime. Now, off to your next class.
Welcome to The Running Man.